Hear me out there? Says I'm live. That awkward live. Got to get that part figured out, huh? All right. 10-second delay. Get you every time. Comments here. Let's get to them. All right. So how's everybody's weather out there? We got that snowstorm yesterday. It ended, but the day before started, and we only got about 10 inches, 6 to 10 around here, but about, a couple miles down the road, they got 2 foot. Up north, they got less. So let me get in here, make sure we're getting going here. I don't know what's going on. I can't see my comments. Hang on with me. Bear with me, guys. This is Joey in here. I'm going on my phone here. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Bear with me. It says my video is private. Hey, am I live here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Wife says I'm live, but I'm not seeing no comments here. Hey, am I live here? I just heard myself.
It's a delay.
No, I know there's a 10-second delay. Hang on. I think I got to view this on YouTube. Just hang on with me, guys.
There you are.
All right, I got comments here now. All right, yeah. I messed that up. All right. Herman, Joey, PPS, Dirt Brute, what's up, guys? James Dees, Don Ryan. Man, that's an awkward thing here. You're hitting these buttons and I don't know what happened. Whatever. I'm going to edit that out. What's up, Jeff? Patrick? Don? David? Yeah, Pat, that license plate was, I had a 1950 Chevy pickup truck, hot rod, Pro Street, and that was on it. I named that after my son, Max. So, what's up, Steve? Bobcat Boy, what's up? Turf Solutions. Yeah, so anybody get them PRP shots? That's what I wanted to talk about because I got an appointment tomorrow for my elbows. What's tomorrow, Friday? It's tomorrow Thursday or Friday? Yeah, no, it's Friday. So I wanted to put this out and see if anybody got it because I had a subscriber one time comment. It was over the summer when I was complaining about my elbows. And he said, hey, you ever hear about PRP shots? And I didn't. So then I Googled it. And my buddy was actually getting a surgery done on his elbows from tennis elbow. He tore the ligament and the tendon. So he asked his doctor, and that's how this is all coming along. So basically, you get the shots in the elbow, in the tendon. They do it with an ultrasound machine, and they inject it. So they take first, and they use your own blood. So they take your blood out of your, they take your blood, put it in a centrifuge, spin it right in front of you, pull the platelets out, and then shoot the platelets right in your elbow. So they say after 6 weeks, it's healed. It's good. And, it's an experimental procedure, but they got 90% results on it. So, and they do everything and any part that's damaged in the body. So we'll give it a whirl. I was just hoping that someone else tried it and, give me some input here on it. What's up, Patty? Miss Dirt Boss in here from the living room. Joey, how much snow did you get down there? And you're out of the hospital, right? CDP, what's going on? Dale, what's up, buddy? How you doing? How much snow did you get in PA? The whole East Coast was getting hammered. Down south, they got it more than we did in the city, down south in the state. Even like 5 miles down, they got way more than us. Yeah, time will tell, Dave. We'll see. They say from 2 to 6 weeks is the healing time, and you're pretty much healed on that. And it's like just shoveling the snow. It was burning real bad, and I've been debating whether to go, but obviously I got to go to appointments Friday. Oh, that's good, Joe. I'm glad you're home. 2 feet in Orange County. Yeah, that's what I heard. Like I said, 10 miles down the road from here, they got 2 feet. We were just on the cutoff line, which I was thankful for. Yeah, Joe, 18. Yeah, see, and you're only 10 minutes from me. Dale got a foot in PA. What's up, Don? I don't know, Don, if it works on the static nerve or the sciatic nerve. I did research that because of my back too, and they said it works on back pain and all that. So, I mean, obviously, I'll give you guys all my. I'll be the test dummy on this, But people that have it, it works, and it even works for even after surgery, post surgery. If you're not healing good, they could inject that in your body, and it just works. I mean, just Google it, and you'll see. Google PRP injections. They say it's a thing of the future. Yeah, I hear that, David. Yeah, James. So the symptoms are just burning. Golfer's elbow, tennis elbow. You got tennis elbow on the top, golfer down here. It just burns. Like if I did say, just it's repetitive. The same motions over and over. So if shoveling, say I kept shoveling the snow, it will just get a serious burn here. But mine's on the top. I do get them on both, but the whole last year was on this top. And I remember my father always wore braces on his elbows, just like the ones you wear on your knee or whatnot. And I started putting ace bandages on them because it got that bad. And you push pressure on it, feels better. So I just looked into it because from a YouTuber, a guy that mentioned it to me, and that was over the summer. So it's a guy, Joey. It's a guy. He has a weird last name, but he's over at the Bone and Joint Center in New York Orthopedics. So we'll see. He's done it to himself and his knees, the doctor and all that, and his parents. I said, hey, would you do it yourself? He goes, listen, I do it to my parents. And he goes, and I like my parents. So I was like, all right, that's good enough for me. Johnstown, PA. What's up, D Thunder? Yeah, Bone and Joint Center, she said. Yeah, the tendon tears like a rope. So my buddy, his was too gone to do that. And the doctor had told him, if you had came a year prior, we could have gave you this shot and you would have been fine. But he tore it through, and he does manual labor hard. He's always in the ditches working with shovels, pickaxes, and stuff. So it's that repetitive motion. And I was pounding out a set of tracks last year, and boy, that night, it feels like there's a bomb going off, and you don't know what happened or why. It just comes on super fast, and it hurts. And then you say, wow, that's what it was. You retract your steps of what you did to make it flare up. So we'll see what happens. Yep. I'm about done with the snow, even though we've been, knock on wood, pretty lucky with it. Yeah, it's a one-time treatment, Dale. One time, that's it. I mean, he says nobody's ever come back. And he said, they do follow-ups and this and that. And it's 80 to 90% successful. If it all depends if your body takes it, which they say it does. You're using your own body to heal, which is great. You're not putting nothing else in there, no chemicals, nothing. They spin it right in front of you, right in the same room. They put it in the centrifuge, and then he pulls it right out, pulls the platelets out of the blood, and puts it right in. So we'll see. CDP, I like the Kenworth. I love it a lot, actually. It's too nice to work. I don't want to, throw concrete in the back and all that. And it's like, I've been looking at F550s, and I'm like, because I always had 1 tons and stuff like that too, and single axle trucks with the lower box. But I'm like, man, I should either get a dump trailer or this, that, just to do the littler rip outs on sidewalks and stuff, because, you know, you're dropping, so you don't have to blow them all apart. You know what I mean? You could take them out in big flags and set them in a 1 ton without hurting anything. But, you know, dropping them from 15 foot in the sky, they go right through the bottom of the bed. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, this is my maintenance season on my equipment and your body. You know what I mean? So you always get that 60 days where you just take care of yourself. You do all your physicals. I just got done with full blood work. The whole, you know, you do the whole thing. I got my DOT physical next week, which is, you know, crazy. It's separate physical. I just did a huge physical with my doctor. Then you got to go to a DOT specialist to get a DOT physical, which is, they're going to do the same thing, but they won't let you have them from the same doctor anymore. They used to, and then they stopped that. So I got that going, and then you know, you do all your administrative stuff with the trucks and all that at this time too. 16 inches, huh, Dozer Dennis? Yeah, we got lucky. Like I said, we got 6 to 8 here, and we just hit the pocket where there wasn't much. But like I said, down south they got a lot more. Yeah, 80 degrees. That's nice and dry. That's what. 19 to 20 in Dutchess. Yep. And that's where that job I got is down there. That finally the paperwork came through. Everything's closed on the land, and now we just got hit with that big snow. So I'm going to be doing the mulching down there, and there's rocks everywhere, so I can't have snow on the ground. Hopefully, we're supposed to Friday get rain in 37, 40 degrees. That will knock a bunch out. Sorry I ain't keeping up with the comments, guys. Just repeat yourself if I miss you. Ozarks Cars, what's up, buddy? Beard skills, yeah. Cocoa butter and bag balm. Rub it right in there. Heals everything. Yeah, the Komatsu's doing well. I did take a big hit on it in the beginning. That was, boy, that was bad. But it's doing good. I think this year it better earn its keep. Yeah, Gibson. That's the way it used to be. You used to be able to go to your primary, get your DOT physical, but here in New York, they about 4 years ago they switched it to you are no longer allowed to go to your primary. You have to go to a DOT certified specialist, which costs $150. No insurance covers it, and that's the whole purpose. That, you know what I mean? They didn't want insurance covering you no more, and just another way to have New York State to grab a little cash, and so that's how it is. Yeah, that's right. Get dump trucks. Don't get too many though. You know, you get too many, and it's hard to keep drivers. What's up, Timmy? Yeah, I hear you, Dirt Brute. When are the t-shirts available? I don't know. Try to get Miss Dirt Boss on that, you know? I can't carry that workload of running the post office every week to mail out shirts and blah, 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 and more stuff. That's a whole nother game. Yeah, that was a hard hit with the Dozer. I stuck it out though. What are you gonna do? You got so much invested in it, you can't. You got to keep going until it's fixed. I knew, you know, obviously, I didn't think it was with the final drive. I knew the expense what it was going to be, but then after we got it back to the site and the pump started acting up, you know, that was the heartbreak. Yeah, what's up, Full Tilt? Yeah, PA's the same way, huh? With the DOT. Yeah, they're coming out with all new laws all the time. You know, nickel and dime stuff. Just the highway use tax we have here in New York, but then you got a highway vehicle use tax too. Anything over 54,000 pounds, and then I pay a divisible load permit to get me even, you know, further. So you're getting taxed on that. That's an annual charge too. But the highway vehicle use tax goes on mileage, and so does the HUT. Yeah. Any new equipment? Don, there's always new equipment. If I get a deal, looking to upgrade, I always would upgrade anything, but I'm looking for a trailer. I was going to look at one today. I'd obviously like to buy used just to save on the FET tax. So anything over a certain weight, you have to pay your state tax and your FET tax, which is federal exercise tax. So my state is 8% tax, and then you got the federal tax, which is 12. So you pay 20% on top of a $25,000 trailer. So I mean, so if you buy it used, a couple of years, you're going to save that money, and that's what I'm looking at, is trying to find one used. Yep, thank you, Cuomo. Yeah, Dirt Brew, you could chop the peat, but you could also just register it at a lower tax. So, say my Sterling I had, the Ford there, was at 52,000, so I didn't have to pay that HVUT. The Kenworth is at 54,000, so I just register it at 53,000, and you beat it. You know what I mean? So you're just gonna haul the less weight of the 1,000 pounds. You don't have to worry about the HVUT, but then you still get your divisible overweight, and then you're back up to the 20 ton you could haul. So you just gotta kind of play with that. Some people don't know about that, but you don't have to register your vehicle at the registered weight, max weight. You could just drop it down under that HVUT tax. Yeah, the tire tax. Yep. Yeah, the HUT sticker, Ed, is highway use tax. Basically, I think you might have like a IFTA, it might be, and then I had a PA sticker on that because the guy that owned it before me had the PA, and I forget what it was. But every state has something different, but ours is called HUT, which is every mile that you run, you get charged for, and then you still, pay tolls and all that stuff too. And the roads are still full of potholes. So I don't know if we're just throwing money out the window. Register in Maine. I do register my trailers in Maine, which they've been saying they're going to put a halt on that forever. And I actually got a violation or a ticket, which was thrown out anyways. When I got that DOT stop, I did a video on that. That was one of the violations, was Maine not registered in your own state, but that was thrown out. Like I said, everybody around here is registered in Maine. I mean, it's not illegal. They're trying to crack down on it more and more. Maine and Oklahoma, if you look at all the tractor trailers that go by 18 wheelers, most of them say Oklahoma or Maine for that reason. That's right. Classic trucks. Good used equipment. I'm looking for a trailer, 20-ton trailer, 20-foot flat, 5-foot, or I'll go bigger. 24-foot would probably be better. And it has to be the C channels on the side. The rub rails have to be facing out, so I could hook the binder to the edge like this instead of using the D hooks, because I don't want to use the D hooks. That's what I got now. It's what I'm used to, and it gives you your full load weight, your load total. So you don't want, every time you put a chain and a binder, you got to deduct to the weakest link. So if your binder is 9,200 pounds and your chain is 6,600, that point is only worth 6,600 pounds. It cancels the binder. But if I put the binder to the rub rail to the machine, it's 9,200. So get your spec'd out better for DOT and your load rating. Hope that made sense. Yeah, no, they got Joey. They got some awesome trucks, Cedar Hill, man, and EJ. I actually stoned EJ's house. His house, he lives up the road from me. Yeah, his trailer is nice. He's got the rub rail. He just bought a blue one, 20-ton. I think he got it down in Montgomery County. Trailers is the name of that place. I was going to check them out. They're about an hour from here. Yeah, I do mason. Carl. What up, Carl? Are you a mason? I'm dirt boss, boy. That's funny. Carl, you better go look at that sidewalk tomorrow. I'm gonna stick my my followers on you. Tennessee too, huh? That's good. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, Maine, we've been doing it for years. I mean, just to tell you guys about Maine. So I do a 10-year. I think you could do up to even 20-year on a trailer. So I had a 9-ton trailer when I first started into the trailers with New York, besides snowmobile trailers and stuff. So it was 3 axles. I think here it was like $280 per year that I had to register it every year. So I went to Maine and got it, and for $60 you got 10 years. So I mean, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, D hooks, right. Every D hook, it seems like if you don't have that, the chain could come loose. It's kind of, if you're in between the link and then you hit a bump, it could jump that link. So yeah, and then with the D hooks, you got to have chains too, and it's just more work, more things could break, more things could get loose, and more violations. So for me to buy a trailer, if I'm going to invest in that kind of money, I want that rail where, like my 160 excavator, I just put 4 points directly with the binders, and then I put one across the boom, a chain and a binder. Yeah, no, I hear you. Where are you, CDP? What state are you in? I mean, that's crazy, because I mean that could give them probable cause for wanting to pull you over, having that plate, and a lot of guys let it go. But yeah, they have been cracking down on it. Nice. Yeah, it seems like it's crazy. It's like almost every state. But New York, I don't know. I mean, like I said in the last feed, everybody that lives in their state has a problem with their state. And then we think it's greener on the other side. Like, oh, I want to move there. But once you get there, you got the same tax and the same stuff. I mean, besides land tax, I mean, obviously all that stuff is different in all the states. Trailers in Greene County at 32. Yeah, that's why I bought my tilt trailer down there. I don't know if he has a 20-ton. He'll get them here and there, but I don't think he carries them consistently. I got the dirt boss nickname. I was doing a hemp farm out on the border of New York State about, I don't know, 3 years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago, and a guy just took a picture of me when I was cutting. I was doing the greenhouses, the bases. I was pushing all the topsoil off. He must have took a picture of me. I was on my phone in the middle of this big football field looking strip, and he sent it to me later that night, and he just wrote caption "Dirt Boss" on it. So I had that in my phone for a while, and then when I got to going with the YouTube, me and my wife were like thinking of some names, this and that, and I was just going through my phone. I go, "What about this name?" I mean, this guy called me it. I mean, it ain't like I made it up myself, and I'm like, yeah, because I'm always a firm believer. If you make up your own nickname, it's not a nickname. You know what I mean? You gotta have someone else call you that nickname. What's up, Diesel and Iron? How you doing, buddy? Sassafras, what's up, bud? Yeah, she's gonna bind you down. Yeah, Maine makes a pile of money on even though it's cheap to register there. They do millions and millions and millions of trailers. Yeah, Larry, I agree. It's the same bull crap everywhere. Yeah, Gibson. Yeah, probably is. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, diesel and iron. We've been getting our fair share, but not this last storm. We didn't get hit hard. I mean, like 20 miles down the road, 10 miles up, they got it. We were in a pocket where we only got 6 to 8, which is good. And it's been pretty dry. We had a huge stretch of dry weather in December. Exactly. Yeah, Maine's got more trailers and vehicles. What's up, Alex from Mexico? Thanks, Chris. Repair shop in Rhode Island. Change the calendar, boss. You made me look at this. Look. January. It says January. Come on. I'm like, I watched that back. I was watching the comments back in case I missed one. And I'm like, I'm like, it says January. No, CDP, I don't plow commercially. I would do like snow removal or load out, push big parking lots or maybe a senior home or something like that. But I don't know. And I don't want to get into like residential, just plowing driveways, running county to county. Where's my calendar? Come on. It says January. You guys are fooling me. Want to go to Mexico, Dirt Boss says, or Mrs. Dirt Boss says. Yeah, he's been on the dirt bike a couple times. But with this weather, we ain't getting on it. I took mine out with my buddy not too long ago, and we were sliding all over the place. It's tough in the frozen ground. Oh yeah, you could do burnouts. Ozark. It is February. I lost it. Well, this is why he said that in the last video. It was January, and he goes, "You didn't change your calendar." And yep. Hang on. Let's see what we got on here. Nice cat skid steer. I got that from the cat dealer because we got that cat 321C. He gave a bunch of coats and stuff too. Yeah, it's February in PA. I think it's whatever. Nice. I'm 3 days out. I'm still stressing about my injections on my arm. No E-log here. Yep, today's Wednesday. I said it was Thursday earlier. Whatever. Cancun. Yep. Wife will be down with that. I never go on vacation. I mean, I would like to go where it's warm right now. Yeah, I know the Florida auction. I almost went last year because all the boys, from YouTube go down there. I was gonna hit it up, but I don't know what's going on this year. Maybe I don't. What? That's soon, right? I know it's in February. I hear you, Dirt Brute. Yeah, Dale. No, I haven't seen the new Takaguchi. The dealer is here. That's the KOMATSU dealer is the same dealer. So I don't like to go up and test machines because then you know what happens there. No, I know you could write it off. I would like to go. I mean, right now you could fly cheap as heck, and it's under $200 for a round trip to Florida. You're there in a couple hours. Yeah, my sister lives in Fort Lauderdale too, Sassafras. Auction's in 2 weeks. Ed, you going down or? I don't know, man. No, I didn't get a plowing video. I meant to get a plowing video, but I'm like, woke up at 5 a.m. to go plow, and I just didn't do it. I don't know. You got to be in the right mood to start doing videos. You got to be upbeat and not cranky. Some days you're just cranky. Super Bowl, my wife, she's from Boston, so you know who she wants. I think that the Chiefs look pretty good. I mean, that kid's hard to beat, that quarterback, but I think it's going to be a real good game. It's going to be a good game. Gotcha, Dave. Yeah, Carl, you know me, man. It's cold out. I tell you what, that frost has got to be getting deep. Now, I was going to make a video tomorrow on show you guys what, because it's starting to get, we got a couple warmer days. Today was like 30. Tomorrow's going to be 30. So I'm going to fire up the machines and I let them run, January, February. If they're not moving, I like to get them moving. So I was just going to show with the frost to check how deep it was. I have the ripper on the 160 and then do a video on a ripper versus a conventional bucket and see just to show the difference, what it will do. But we got to be 2 foot by now, at least. It's been a mild winter. Like I usually judge it by lakes. When the lakes start freezing, then that frost is going in. If rivers start freezing, it's deep. I've seen it 3.5, 4.5, 5 feet here times a year. We've had water lines freeze, when they're 5 foot down, So yeah, yep. I need a work note. He told me, he goes, I'm not going to downplay this. He goes, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be sore. It's going to feel like I took a sledgehammer to your elbows for 2 days afterwards. I go, really? Just from a needle going in there, huh? And he goes, yeah. He says, I'm going to give you some whatever. I don't even know what it is. I don't even, I don't take anything but ibuprofen, but he said something, and he says you're going to need it, and it's scheduled on a Friday so that Monday you'll be good to go. He says, but the 2 days you'll be hurting. We'll move that house, Ozark. Really, Bill? So the next job we got is down. It's a land clearing job, putting in a house. We got a lot of jobs booked, and I've been looking at a bunch all week, and just bidding on jobs. But I do have a lot for the spring. I'm gonna I have to get a helper. Got to get someone that could, someone like Miko that will, I had Miko 7 years, and he was, he was getting to the point where I didn't need to watch him anymore. Then he left. Thanks, Bill. I appreciate it. I'm calling my channel Dirtbag. Yeah, that's what some of my friends call me. They, hey, Dirtbag. Yeah, whatever. What's up, John? How you doing, buddy? That's right. They break, then they when they thaw is when they break. But they get cold, they start to coagulate, and then once it thaws out, pop. But the well lines do freeze. You know what I mean? We've had well lines freeze right at 4 foot. I always put them in at 5 just in case. Ever since I dug that one that was froze, but they will freeze. Yeah, he was a solid worker. He's good, and he was good with the stonework. Concrete was awesome. And then I was just breaking him into the machines. He was more of a mason. That's all we did was masonry work. When he first started, we were doing a lot more of that, a lot of concrete. And then what's up, JC? How you doing, buddy? And then I started breaking him into the machines and stuff, and he was getting good. Not as good as he thought, but it was hard when someone gets like that. It's hard to teach them when sometimes they think they know it all, but yeah. I'm skipping comments here, so repeat yourself if I missed it, guys. Sorry. I don't even see how many people are in here. 85. All right. I don't even know what it was up to. It's hard to, I thought this wouldn't be a delay, but I'm on StreamYard and I'm looking at this and it throws you off because it's a delay. And I still don't even know if I have it right. I'll have to call a couple guys that use this. Digging Life. He just got on this stuff too. Dirt Perfect. I'll have to ask him. Upper 30s, huh, Bill? I'll take that. So you got your COVID shot, huh, there, Sassafras? Yeah, a couple good grunts. You're doing good. Is that for me? Yeah, that's the thing. Was with Meek was the concrete. It was like 50 yards, just two guys. We wouldn't even bat an eye. Yeah, let's pour. You know what I mean? I don't. Once you're on that same page of knowing the chemistry of concrete, of what it could do, and like I tell people always ask, "Oh, how long do you wait till you get on it?" Well, there's no two pours the same, and that's the truth. And anybody, and Ed, you pour concrete. It's just it's different. It goes on Mother Nature, Ryan, I appreciate that because I guess why, my digging, I look out for the guy that's coming next, obviously the people in the hole, but always try to do them, give them the correct over dig. And that, I mean, you see holes, how tight they are a lot of times, but I was, my first couple houses I did for a guy that was super strict and really got on me hard. And I really thank him now because he gave me that work ethic of, hey, this is what needs to be done. You know what I mean? He taught me. I mean, he didn't teach me. He screamed at me. You know what I mean? And told me, and it taught me. You know what I mean? Yeah, Gibson. Diesel and Iron does have a good live. He really does. I chimed in a couple times on those. All right, Patty. Thanks for stopping in. Nice. 7 yards tomorrow morning. And that, that's another reason I'm with these shots. The concrete, pulling the concrete I was burning. I was going to give it up. I was just like, my body, I can't take it no more. So hopefully this works, these shots, Yes, Sassafras, that's right. Act older. What's up, Stacy? You got the snow up there, I bet. Saskatchewan, the big chocolate horn deer. Segment. Yeah. Segment. That's right, Carl. That's right. For everybody don't know, this guy right here, Carl Riviera, he was the guy in the 100-yard pour, the metal building, the horse barn. He that was his job. He got a hold of me through YouTube, which was cool. Really? You got the shots, Classic Trucks. Are you teasing me, or were you the one who told me about it in the comments over the summer? Let me know. I know I got a 10-second delays or whatever, so I got to wait for that answer. Yeah, JC, I would recommend any a 50 size. You know what I mean? If you're just doing small work, they dig down deep enough and they're powerful enough. Anything smaller than that, you're not going to pick a log out of the way. You know what I mean? A 50, a 55, you could tow behind a pickup truck, and they're, KUBOTA makes a really nice one. A 57 they make a good 55 and a 50. But anybody, like how Let's Dig's got one, he's got the 50 Yanmar. They're all do it. The 50 size is a good 12,000 pound machine. Yeah, Dennis. I'm not doing much now, but we could meet up, definitely. So NJ, the shots are for your tendons in your elbows, for like golfer's elbow, tennis elbow. They inject the plasma out of your own body. They suck it out. They put it in a tube or a centrifuge, spin it, pull it into a syringe, and then they shoot it into the tendon. And you're supposed to heal in 2 to 6 weeks with your own body platelets. So if you're hurting, check it out. PRP injections. Google it. Yeah, mixer. That's a tough job. Always getting screamed at. Yeah, speed binders. No, I'm not going that route. Unless they want to send them to me, I'll test them, but I'm not going that route. Yeah, the E35, a little small. Any of those small machines, they don't have the hydraulic power. They cut them off. They don't. And that's any new machine now. All the rentals usually have their settings at a lower rate than what the pump settings, so you can't hurt the machine. I know Cat definitely. No offense, Ed, but I'm on a rental. I'm saying. Yeah, the 45s are good. Komatsu's. My buddy had a 40, and that was a little powerhouse. Komatsu's are strong. I mean, they'll, if you could take the machine and flip its own self over, you know what I mean? Grab something and pull it, you're right up out of the seat, and it doesn't cut out on you. That Komatsu seems to be tough in that aspect. Oh yeah, 50 will be a big difference from the 35. Rocky, it's PRP. Let me wrote it here. It's pallet-rich plasma injections. Yeah, definitely, bud. Yeah, I'm not carrying a drill either, man. No way. That's right, Ozark. I can't lift when that thing's inflamed. You can't lift your coffee in the morning. You got to do 2 hands to get that up, and try it. Ask your doctor. You know what I mean. You have to go to a specialist that does that, and I would check it out. I'll let you know in a couple weeks. Simple as that. I mean, because I wanted to try to start doing push-ups again, working out like I used to. I haven't done that in years because of the burn. You'll just do dumbbells for the day, and then the next 2 days later, you're so inflamed you can't. It's just insane. Yeah, that's right. The PC40 is a tough machine. Thanks, 669. You too. Yeah, I will let you know when I'm down there. Appointment Friday, 9:30. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, JC, check into it. I mean, like I said, I'll give you guys all the report of what that does. No insurance will cover it. It's $1,000, okay? Which is pricey, but let's just face it. When you're in that pain, if someone said, "Hey, I'm going to take that away for $1,000," you're going to take that money out of your pocket fast. You know what I mean? When they're flared up like that. So $1,000 to me is worth it if it's going to work. He said he'd do both elbows. You know, I'm more on my left right now, but I know my right does hurt too. So he said, I'll give you both elbows for $1,000. I don't know if that's upper and lower. I don't know. I'll try to squeeze that in Friday. But we'll see. Thanks, Herman. You too. Yeah, I hear you. That the quarantine weight. She is on point, JC. She makes all my appointments. You know, I go to the doctor's office. Who are you seeing today? I go, oh man, my wife made the appointment. I'll text her real quick. You know, I'm an idiot when it comes to that stuff. Just because she always wants to do it, I'm like, listen, I could do it, but no. All right. She holds it over my head though. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the 2000s machines. I had a PC 75 UU-2E, and it was a tough cookie. I tell you, that was a nice machine. The cab was small though, but it was a nice machine. Yeah, Dennis, just I don't know, whatever. Just email me. Go to my about page. Hit up my email. Yeah, I'm doing both elbows the same day. Yep. So I'm not gonna be able to lift nothing. Oh yeah, Carl, good point. So I got this crazy call it wasn't crazy call. I got a call the other day, so I went and looked at a job up on a lake, and I want to do the excavation, but he wants me to do the concrete work too. But I subbed the concrete out, as you know, and for me trying to he couldn't get a concrete guy there, and then he sends me to prints, and I looked at it, but they're 20-foot walls, 14-foot thick. They got every 6 foot going drilled back through the wall into a shale bank. It's got Healy coils that you screw them with an excavator. It goes into the shell. It keeps that wall from pushing, and that is the foundation. It's the house, and then it steps down to the lake, and then it'll walk out. It's gonna be a sweet setup, but it's 20 feet from the basement floor to the top, and then the garage is to the left, and the garage is on top too, but it's clear span. It's got metal decking, and then the garage was poured on that. But then, like I told myself, don't put your bedroom below that garage, But then I was also talking to him to do hollow core planks like how Andrew did on his castle, hollow core on the garage, and then we could pour 4 inches on the top. So then I called my foundation guy, and he said, oh, yeah, I already got a call on that, and I'm not going to, I denied it. So I think he needs like a commercial outfit that just does strictly like people that have those panels, bridge work or whatever to do that, but then it might knock everything right out of the budget. So I got some tricks up my sleeve. I'm going to ask him if we could do something else, but I just want to do the excavation. It's all shale. We're going to hammer it. It's a tricky site. It's challenging, and I'm up for it, and I want to do it. But that's a good project. Lakeside, what's up, my buddy? Yeah, Dale, she'll be spoon feeding me. Hey, Ozar, thanks for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Check out his channel too, guys. You guys like classic cars and stuff? Ozar's right there. Check him out. Yeah, the Takaguchi dirt boot. They when I was up the Anderson Equipment, which is the KOMATSU dealership, he's like, you ever run a Takeuchi skid steer? And I'm like, no, I haven't. He goes, they're a beast. And I haven't been in one, but I think I like the KUBOTA. But if I was going to change KUBOTA, I would try one of those. I almost bought a KOMATSU skid steer about 4 years ago, and I'm glad I didn't. But because they just don't seem to be. I test drove it. I wasn't impressed, and there were some flaws and stuff with it. But yeah, he lives on the lake. On this side of the lake, there's a road between him, and now he wants to be across the road closer to the lake, right on the lake. Spancrete. Yep, Carl. Hollow Core Planking. There's 2 companies around here, Old Castle and then Spancrete up in Glens Falls or Queensbury. Yeah, I hear you, Ozart. Yeah, I want to try the Takeuchi. I could never say the name forever until, Elite had the channel and you watch him and now you hear it so much that you could pronounce it. But it's like you look at that name. How do you say that? That would, if I buy another one, it will be a T880 probably. I mean, I like the T800. Don't get me wrong. I never drove the T880, but I know he had a lot of them down there. 10 blocks from him, huh? I was thinking about him the other day, see what he had for sale. I was like, nah, I'm not making that call. That's how I got myself in the last predicament. If I had another truck, put a driver in it, but there's so many headaches, because I still had both those trucks running. I always had 2 dump trucks. Always. I always either had a 1-ton, a single axle, a bigger one, and then always a triaxle too. Yeah, we got snow, not as much as was predicted. 10 miles from here got more. We got about 6 to 8 inches here. CDP, are you in New York State? I know Anderson owns a couple companies through the states, a couple dealerships. Well, that's nice that the whole bottom opens up. Yeah, on the KUBOTA, the whole cab lifts up. You could see everything. Not too much from the bottom, but once that cab's up, you could see a lot of stuff. Get to it anyways. Yeah, I mean, there's stuff to do, but with COVID, Dennis, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Haven't been doing nothing, There's tubing and stuff like that for skiing and stuff, which I would like to get back into with my son. What snow? Yeah, exactly. I wish. Syracuse, all right. 2 hours from here. No, I did. I never didn't buy one new. No, I don't think I would, because with the Kenworth or any truck, you're going to pay that 12% FET tax too on top of your state tax. So it's 20%. And then say your truck's what? You know what I mean? 180 grand, 200 grand, depending what you get it spec'd at. So I wouldn't buy new. I like to try to get them reasonable, fix them up, and then you make your money back or more. You make profit. You know what I mean? I try to do that with all my equipment. You don't have to buy new. You just buy, as long as you see me owner operator, you can work on your own equipment. So you could buy things used. I guess if you can't work on this stuff, it's kind of sketchy, I guess. No, I never had a Western Star. I looked at one before the Kenworth I did. Nice trucks, It all comes, it all comes down to price, budget, on even the equipment, when you first start out, you go what you could afford. As you get, more money, business gets stronger, and then you work better equipment as you keep upgrading. And then someday maybe I would buy new, but right now I'd probably buy a new excavator. You know what I mean? If I was going to buy anything new. That's right, JC. Yeah, the cat. I don't like the cat because of the windshield. The KUBOTA windshield's awesome, and I think the Takeuchi has the same windshield where it goes up like that. It's really small in the cat skid steers. That's what you guys are talking about. Yeah, International makes a good truck too. I mean, it's. We got so many dump trucks around here, so I get to see them all. But it is, like I said, it's what you want. Each manufacturer comes differently. Engines built in them. Some you might want a Kenworth, but you want a different motor. It only comes. You got two choices. You got PACCAR and Cummins that come with those. So if you want a different motor, you have to go a different manufacturer. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, a lot of cab rooms. Yes, the Kenworth don't have too much cab room. I tell you, they make them with the extended cab, which is nice. But yeah, I got my seat all the way back, and I would like to have more room. I mean, I'm not hitting the steering wheel, but definitely the seat's all the way back where it makes squeaking on that back, and I don't really like that. I hate squeaks. Yeah, the KUBOTA cab in that machine, full size seat, you could dance in there. I mean, you could stand up just about. It's big. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about clipping your head getting in and out. Kenworth's got a little over 300,000, or mid threes actually. There was two of them that I looked at when he had them down there. One had 400, one had 300. Yeah. JC will tell you more about them trucks on the internationals. That's good, John. Yeah, the 55 is a nice size machine. I'd like to get one of those. I really would. I was looking at the KXO 57s. They're spec'd out really good too. But the 55, I would definitely get one of them. Yeah, I mean the firewall. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, looks cool. That's right. Thanks, NJ. Appreciate it. Yeah, Jeff. I just had it tuned up, had all the valves done, all that. Everything looked good, because they the cam and all that. You got to check all that stuff. Yeah, Henry, I do got to do some stuff. It's just weather. I'm working out in the cold. Supposed to get a pole barn quote back today. I called the guy, and waiting on that too. I changed the design what I wanted. So we'll see where that goes. I'm just sick of working outside, man. I would do a lot more, obviously, and be able to keep up on a lot more stuff in these winter months. Yeah, that 6.7 does seem small for that kind of truck. Yeah, it was 12 to 18. That was nuts. Yeah, I was looking at Florida trucks. You could get them cheaper, but you got to watch out the way they're spec'd, because they really don't spec the trucks for up here with the hills and all that. You know what I mean? So they usually got light front ends on them, and the rear ends are, they're flat land truck. So you got to watch out. A lot of low horsepower. Yeah, New Holland makes a good piece of equipment, Mike, but they went out of the heavy equipment world. You know what I mean? It's like now all they want to do is farming stuff, and they still carry skid steers, but anything over 10,000 pounds in the earth moving industry, they stop making. So that's why I got rid of the New Holland dozer, because it was very hard to get parts for it. So, I mean, that knocks once they stop making that, you might as well it's like you cut the price of the machine right in half. It was hard to get rid of. I had that for sale for a couple of years. But diehard New Holland people that always have New Holland will pick that stuff up too. Yeah, Dale, the pole barn, like I said, I'm getting that quote back, and hopefully things go good. And my whole thing with the pole barn is, it's been like 10 years I've been saying I was going to do it, but we didn't know if we were going to stay here. Wherever we live, it's all family here, and it's good. When it's good, it's bad when it's bad. But the thing is, we're on a shared driveway, and I got the heavy equipment and all that. So I kind of we didn't know if we wanted to move, trying to find different pieces. We didn't know if we wanted to put the kids in a different school district. So we've been playing with that for a while. So that's why I haven't just built the pole barn, and because I didn't want to invest that kind of money and be like, okay, we're out of here. And then you try to sell the house, and if someone doesn't want a barn down there, it might be harder or it might be better. So that's where that went. But now I'm to the point where I'm like, whatever. I can't be on my back in the snow anymore. And it stops me from working on the stuff. But when I was in my younger years, I'd come up with purple feet, purple back, just you didn't care about the cold. But now it's just like, whatever. Yeah, I always get that one thumbs down, Mr. Boss. You know that. It's a subscriber, because always when they get the notification, that thumb goes down quick. I don't know who it is. I wish they would tell me. This is my second live, so you could tell me now why you thumb me down. That one person. Starting that trend. T80. Yeah, the T80 looks like it has more room, and people say it's comfortable. So a lot of problems with the sensor on the Cummins engine. Yeah, sensors, you could chase them too. I don't know. I think the T800, or maybe all of them, they get them squeaks in here. You got to figure them out. Shims here, shims there. I hate rattles and squeaks, That's right, Carl. That's the only thing to do. Watch your taxes go up. Yeah, New Holland and Case, same company. Yep. That's where I was getting parts for the New Holland, because the Case dealer was closer. Yeah, I'd like to buy a farm. That's right. I wouldn't want a working farm. I would have some horses, maybe, you know what I mean? But enough to, 40 acres or so. Yeah, the big stuff is gone, Michael. Can't buy them no more, and they don't. They stop. They're just discontinuing parts. That's the hard part. So if you got like I had a pump go on that New Holland. I couldn't get a new pump if I wanted it. Not that I was going to buy a new pump, but they couldn't even offer it. So I had it rebuilt. But yeah, I was like, yeah, that was the last straw with that. Yeah, loyal haters, JC. This is someone that is subscribed because soon as my video go out, they get the notification thumbs down before they even watch it. And I'm like, that's son of a gun. He's back. She's back. Who is it? Someone close to me. I try to look at all my family members' phones and go, where's that thumbs down? Yeah. I hear you, Dirt Brute. It's something that always gets put off. That's cool, Thunder. We just got propane furnace, forced hot air. If I did the pole barn, I would I don't know, maybe a wood forced hot air. And if I did radiant heat in the floor, I would do a wood boiler. There's all different kinds of options with that. Yeah, Ford and New Holland. I'm not sure. I think so, but JC might know on that. I don't know. I know that their backhoes are the same. So I think there was years where Ford was turned into New Holland, and then it got bought out again or something like that. Yeah, Peterbilts are nice. Peterbilt and Kenworth are the father and son. Yeah, PPS. There's definitely haters everywhere. You know, you get the comments and you're like, the first few months you're in, even the first year, you just say, okay, thank you, whatever. But I give it back, believe me. Sometimes I give it back so much I got to delete the comments so nobody else can see it but the guy I sent it to. You know what I mean? I tell people, well, you want to talk about it? Here's my address. Come on over. We could discuss this. Because people, I mean, there's some guys that just really tear you down for no reason, but to like want to hurt your feelings or something. I don't know, you gonna hurt my feelings, you know. Thanks, Gibson. We'll see you. Yeah, the 555 was a good backhoe. John, I think that setup is cool and it's nice, and I would get used to it and love it. But it's just the money you're going to spend for that is crazy. And if everybody had it around here, we would have it. Like overseas, it's popular. They've had the NCON and the tilt rotator set up for years. That's for 20-some years they've been doing it over there. It's just starting to come here now, so it's new here. I'm sure another 20 years from now, it will be wicked popular, and then you would have to. If the competition was doing it, then you'd be forced to do it. But nobody's got it around here, and you see it on YouTube, but there's no reason to spend $60,000 on one. And who knows with all the maintenance with that and whatnot? I don't know. That's right, Dale. Yeah, I won't make a chainsaw video then. I know, it's like, and this clearing job, I'll probably have a chainsaw on, and would never say I'm a logger. There's techniques on any trade, and I'll be the first one to admit I'm not the guy to be watching use a chainsaw. Can I cut a tree down? Sure, but am I gonna be a logger Wade? No, Well, that's the thing is you do need haters because I'd say the first year I didn't have any. And then, but your channel's smaller. So the minute you start getting haters, that's when you know you're growing because there's more, there's a lot of hate out there. Let's just face it. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. We're in the Albany area. Exactly. JC, you get a real good hater, you pin him right to the top and let the wolves eat him, you know? A grapple saw. Nice. That's cool. Send me a picture to my email. My email's on my about page. I don't know how to do this. Yeah, I can do it here. That's my email. What's up, Richard? How you doing? Good night, Glenn. Cape Cod. What about it's in Cape Cod? Dirt Brute's out in Cape Cod. He's over. He's in Sandwich, Cape Cod. Can't forget that. I talked to my buddy, the guy with the secret house, and he said he's 20 minutes from you because he's got another house out there. I told him to get a hold of you. That's right, JC. Pin him up. Great Bend, PA. Yeah, I don't know where that is. I don't get over into PA much. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. All right, John, I'll look for that picture. Binghamton. It's a couple hours from me, Chris. That's more west. Yeah, is that new? The T880, was that new? Because then you're going to pay the tax on that too. But yeah, that's it is heavy. That's spec right though. That's nice. Yarmouth. All right. I got to get over to the Cape. Maybe this summer. I'll check you out, Dirt Brew. I'll hit you up when I get over. I'll take the family to the beach. I've actually never been there. My wife has because she's from Boston. Corning, New York. Yep. Texas. That's right. Thanks, George. I appreciate that. Sagamore Beach. Yep. Carl, I'm going to ask that guy if he's going to block that. If he blocks that foundation, you're going to do it, buddy. I'm going to get you there, and you can do that. Bolton in England. All right. The masonry, I was always, born into it with my father. He was a mason, and I did that all through, whenever I could. High school, on the weekends, blah, 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 blah. And did that forever. And then the excavation, I started maybe 10, 15 years ago. Just, we were jacking houses all the time and putting foundations under them and paying people to dig and this and that. So then I bought a little mini at one time, and then I just started getting the excavation that way. And I kind of slowed down more on the masonry and stuff like that, but that's how it all started. And excavation's where it's at. It's less on your body, No, John, we didn't get too much snow here. Not in my county, you know what I mean? One county over, they got more. They got 2 foot. We got 8 inches. Yeah, this coffee mug. Where is it? I don't know why there's a delay here. I got this thing set up wrong because I can't even put the camera on there. Huh. Yeah, I got to fix that. Got to make a call to Dirt Perfect. I don't like the delay here. When I was on the direct StreamYard, there was no delay last time I was on there. And on this screen, there was a delay. So I got something backwards. That's all right. You better be down. You better look at that sidewalk tomorrow, too. Get that number into me. Yeah, that's right. It's all about the maintenance. And that's why right now I do the maintenance, and so you don't get those breakdowns in the spring. Even though you still do, you blow a line here or two, but you got to fix them on the job. But yeah, it's good to know when you're owner operator to be able to work on your own stuff, because if you can't, it could get costly quick. Yeah, Rogue, that's right. It is. Like this last project I was bidding, I try to do both, and I sub out my walls because I'll get the job. If, you get a homeowner that wants a house, he doesn't want to go through two people to do a concrete foundation. And if I can come in and say, yeah, I could give you that turnkey where he could just start stick framing, your chances of getting the job are a little bit better. So that's why I gotta offer that, Yeah, I did do this logo. Well, this is my old logo here on my hat, which is here too. And then here's another hat. This one here, which is my new logo, which is up there, and this sticker here. Yep. What's up, Jimmy from Maine? Yeah, we did get some snow, Derek. It's only 8 inches. Only 8 inches in my town. Chase, GoPro mount inside the machine. I use basically everything is on a magnet. Right, this is a huge magnet. It sticks to almost everything. So you try to find something in the machine that is metal. And then I just did this addition to it, which is a little wrench, because once this thing sticks, it's so hard to pop off. So I put that wrench there, and it works well. But most of my shooting I do with that magnet. I used to do the sticky stuff the first month of YouTube, and they always popped off and it didn't work and this and that. So the magnet, usually machines got metal everywhere. Like my backhoe is all aluminum cab, and that was a little tough in the inside, but I found a piece that was metal in there. But for the most part, the magnet is where it's at. On the dump trucks, on everything you could put it, Thanks, Don. Appreciate it. Yeah, you got to use the magnet. Don't use nothing else like the clamps. No, magnet's where it's at. You get this magnet, Home Depot, I don't know, $5 or $10. I put a bolt through it, put a couple bolts there. I used to do forever. Well, the sticky part. I don't know if I ain't got one here, but I just went to this setup with the wrench last week. Usually you have a sticky mount here that goes on the camera, and then this camera will slide into the sticky mount. That will work too. I did that for a year, but the other suction cup mount I was saying on the windows, they fall off all the time, especially in the heat. Yep, Henry, I got jobs lined up for sure. That's a good question, Jay. The YouTube thing, I don't know. I always was into like taking pictures of my jobs all the time. The website, I had too many pictures. I was like 10,000 pictures on there, but I always filmed here and there. with like cheap, just cheap cams. And I always like taking little clips. And so then I just started watching YouTube a lot. And I'm like, you know what? I want to film. I think I could do this and that. I didn't really think, it would be like it is. I don't know. I just said, I'm going to do it. And I just started doing it. And, it is what it is now. But that, I kind of in the beginning just said, after my father passed, I was like, this is like a whole thing about my life, you know what I mean? For my kids and my grandkids and my great grandkids, they could always see this, you know what I mean? So it's kind of cool, you know what I mean? So that's why I wanted to do it, And if I had done it 2 years prior, I'd have all these videos with my dad on there too, and I'd be able to look back and see all that too. So that that was that's where that come about. Yeah, Dirt Brute, the magnet idea, and then I put the little wrench on there. Like Dirt Perfect had like a pipe shut off, like a valve. He has a valve here, and then I was going to get the valve, and I'm like, you got to buy the whole valve, and it was like $20 some. I'm like, man, just for that little handle, I don't feel like doing that. So then I just put the wrench there because I have a million of them, so it works. Thanks, JC. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was a huge hit. Me and him were best friends, man. Side by side, working 20 years every day, eating lunches together, breakfasts every morning, and we worked side by side. It just it was a sudden shock. No, I don't, Dan. I don't. That's what I mean. I don't have any videos of with my dad. Just pictures. No videos. I didn't do YouTube then. The best purchase for the business, I don't know. You need an excavator. You know what I mean? You need a skid steer. If you were just going to start out with one piece, starting out as getting in the business, I'd say skid steer. A lot of people would say the mini excavator, but the mini excavator is very, it's limited to what it could do and speed wise as far as jobs. You're just starting out with a skid steer. You could do a lot of jobs with that skid steer, and you could rent attachments for it and stuff, and you could make money with it. An excavator is just going to dig. I'm 45, Jay. No, my dad was not an operator. Never did nothing with machines. That was all me. The excavation business. He was a mason, brick hammer and trowel, old school stone mason, laying brick block. Was in the union, and then opened up his own business in his early 20s. And hard worker, man. Hard worker. This is Pops right here. That's him right there. Yep, that's my Pop. Logan, the biggest thing to get your name out there is try to hook up with some GCs, people that are already in the business. They have the work. You know what I mean? A GC already has the work, so you're not trying to get the work. You're just trying to get his work. You know what I mean? So he may have you do an electric line or hey, I got a little mini. You know what I mean? Or you need a lawn install. I got a skid steer. Something like that. Most of them guys have their subs, but a lot of GCs aren't sub loyal. They're always looking for a better price, or sometimes, they can't get to the job and they need it to close the house, so if they need to close their house next week and their guy that they use is 4 jobs out, so I would start by reaching out to some builders in your area, and that will help you. Yeah, that's scary, JC. I hear you. My dad was 63, lung cancer. He smoked, he tried quitting a lot of years. When I had my children is when he quit for the longest stretch. He said, he didn't want him to see him smoke. he quit for 5-6 years, and I thought he had it, and he went back and he was sneaking it. I didn't see him, and it caught him good. It's one of those commercials that you see. He worked. He was on the scaffold a week before he died. He got diagnosed, and 10 days later he was dead. It was quick, and it was it was crazy. Let me tell you. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. Yeah, Dirt Brute. The skid steer is you can make money with it. You know what I mean? There's always work for a skid steer. You could go right even to snow removal, even on the bad years. The bad winters. E60, Mike. Everybody. It depends what area you are for the pricing. Now, I hear you could start out $100 an hour, you know what I mean, and go up from there. I wouldn't go any less than $100 an hour, It all depends where you're at. I know Digging Life, he's saying he's getting 180 an hour for an 88, which is on the upper end. Most minis are 100 an hour around here anyways. Yeah, Dennis, I was hoping for that single lung. That was our thing, but his tumor was in between the lungs, so it was wrapped in between both lungs. Couldn't do nothing. It was inoperable. Couldn't do nothing at all because we were hoping if it was at least encapsulated in one lung, you could just pull the lung. Because there's a guy in my town that runs around like a 30-year-old, and he's well in his 70s with one lung. Sorry, Greg. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, cancer's no joke, man. It's it is no joke. Yeah, no, it will change it. That's for sure. Yeah, Henry. Yeah, my dad, he smoked, but he also was around that silica dust. He didn't protect himself at all. He wouldn't. We'd be saw cutting floors, concrete. He'd have a cigarette in his mouth, no mask. I'm like, and me growing up in my younger years, in teenagers and younger 20s, we were mixing cement with, throwing the bags in and breathing in. He didn't know. I don't know. He didn't know about it. That's how everybody was. I don't know. Now I don't even like dirt dust on just dirt dust. Gets my allergies going, anyways. No, you didn't use it a couple times with the dirt bike, but then it got cold and stuff. No, Dale, they didn't. They didn't. I know. You are, Carl. You definitely are. Yeah, that's tough, JC. Yeah, Dirt Brute. That's not a fun test, though. What we got here? 8. Yeah, I don't know, Dennis. I that's what I'm saying. Hit me up with the email. I know what you do. I see your videos, but I don't know. know exactly all about it. Yeah, Greg, that will make a man out of you. You know what I mean? That's how I grew up. Right there, just hauling rock, brick, block. Couldn't get it done fast enough. And then when I got into my 20s, I was still laboring and then laying, get caught up, stock the whole thing and lay, and then do that all day after day. I don't know what kind of soil you got down in Georgia, probably clay, but the 35, well, yeah, I mean, it will dig. It will get things done. You know what I mean? Any machine will dig. It's just how much material per hour. You know what I mean? That's how much material you're going to move, Sorry to hear about that. CDP sucks. Yeah, pavers and Jay, man. Yeah, I don't know. That's how them guys and you guys just that 90-degree heat with that heat coming up off that ground with them chemicals smell. I know my buddies do it, and they get that chemical burn from the heat right under their eyelids. Bad. Yeah. No, I didn't. 802. I didn't. I don't remember talking about a new truck. I don't know if you're talking about a dump truck or a pickup truck. It was probably the pickup truck because I wasn't going to get a new dump, but I'm still looking. Just I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm an impulse buyer. If I see it, I'm driving down the road and see it on the lot, I'll go in and buy like that. I hate. I won't order a truck. I try to sit there and order all the options you want, and you could build a truck, or you could build a normal. These trucks now are 80 grand, say, you know what I mean, a 3500 diesel, Laramie or whatever, 80, 90 grand even, and you could build it up to 120 grand if you put every option in the world. You can't believe the amount of options they give you when you start clicking on the website. It's like, are you kidding me? Stuff that you don't even know exists, Yeah, concrete pavers, they'll get you. Hey, you too, Mike. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, the pickup truck, yeah. Digging Life, where you been, buddy? I talked about you a couple times tonight. Nice to see you. I was gonna call you right before the broadcast, and because I couldn't figure this out, dude, and I'm still not right. I'm on StreamYard, but I'm on the YouTube system, and it's delayed here, and it's really annoying me because I'm going to try to show things at the camera. I can't see it. But the last live feed, I was on StreamYard on this. So I don't know what I did wrong. I have no clue. Good, Will. I appreciate that. Yeah, the septic video I got helps a lot of people around the world. I have people in India hitting me up saying they want me to send them the print and stuff. I'm like, listen, I can't give you a design print for here in New York State for India. I don't know if it would work. I don't even know your soil conditions, but you could see the system that I built. But yeah, a lot of people like that. It's pretty detailed video. I took my time with that video. That was the septic system 2 last year, not the one that was this past year. I did more detail on that one. That's right. Welcome to the broadcast. Yeah, that I wasn't even thinking that Digging Life that you weren't hardwired why your stream was doing that. It makes a huge difference. But what I'm talking about is I'm on StreamYard here, but I think I don't know. I'll call you and we'll chat. It's too hard to explain. You got that right, Carl. You got that right. NJ, that's it. Yep. So what were you doing there, Todd, today? Coming home at 9:30 at night. It's a long day for you. Yeah, technology does stink, buddy. It's awesome when it works, but I tell you what, I get frustrated so fast when, even if your phone freezes for like a couple seconds, you get so annoyed. You're like, what the heck? Why is this not working? You know? It's just the way life goes. Driveway work, nice. Yeah, we got frost in the ground here. I'm thinking about making a video tomorrow on seeing how deep it is. I want to know myself, but it's got to be a couple feet deep in there now. I was doing plowing with the backhoe, and I scratched with the hoe. It wouldn't even go in the ground this much. Prima donnas. I hear you there, Greg. No, I know. Yeah. So I was telling him, I can't give you the print that, but that's what he wanted. And he goes, no, I don't want you to come over and do the work. I'm like, no, I get that. I don't know. Down out here, you don't need a permit, Patty, for a driveway. But ask Digging Life. You need a permit out there in North Carolina? I doubt it. Yeah, Rogue, where are you? You got permafrost. You in Canada? We like I said, the frost could get all the way up to 4+ feet here. No, I do commercial. I didn't, since I've been on YouTube, I really haven't got into a lot of commercial. Before, when I first started excavating, that's all I did was civil work for VA hospitals. I was hooked up with a big outfit that did electrical work. So I would do all the electrical upgrades for the hospitals and stuff, and that's what we did for 5 years. That's where I made some good money there, and but I do 1 or 2 commercial jobs a year. I've been on a lot. I've been on quite a few Dollar Generals and stuff like that. Never got them. They always get people out of town to come in, and it seems like everybody that's on commercial, everybody even down to the Masons are out of town. You know what I mean? Which is sad. They should give local business, back on site. Yep. Yeah, that's what I thought. Canada. Yep. Square acre at a time. Yeah, square acre. All right. Yeah. So that's how it is here too. Same deal. And like the town I'm in, you could fill in the land up to 2 acres before you get a fill permit. And then the town over, you got to be 1 acre. It all goes on county per county, really. Yeah, if you change the entrance here, you need a curb cut permit if there's a curb. But out here in the sticks, there's no curb, so you would need it even if there isn't a curb. You're saying if you just go off the shoulder of the road, Dirt Brute, that was for you. We got Dozer Dennis talking about mini muffins. I don't even know what that's about. He's got his own conversation going. Yeah, Derek, always out of towners, man. Those companies that do it, like, like the Taco Bells, the Dollar Generals, just the fast food industry, they go up quick. Don't get me wrong, and they got it down to a system, but they get their bids too, and they always get the local bids from the local guys, but they'll bring in their own guys, and that's how they beat up their guys. Well, this guy here local is going to do it for this much money. You know what I mean? You got to match it, or we're giving it to him. You know. And I don't know how they can beat the price traveling and doing all that. I really don't, but I hear you, Greg. All right, Dirt Brute, I hear you. You told me. What time is it here? I don't even know where I am here. 9:42. I'll give a couple more minutes here. I hate when the comments stop and then they jump back and then you got so many. It's like there's a delay. There's a freeze. Feels it means. Kids looking for the big guy. All right. If you need any additional pipe. Yeah, that's hard to. Yeah, exactly, Henry. All the tilt ups when they built the FedEx building down here, they were pouring them right there on site. Crane come and then they set them all up, huge walls. That's right, Carl. You got a good boy there. He's gonna be a good worker. Yeah, Keith, I got the dirt bike going. I got a video after that video that you saw of us getting it. The next video it was going. Yep, started right up. Did just a regular basic maintenance to get the 20-year-old bike running. Yep. Well, guys, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna shut it down. Appreciate everybody being here this evening, and like I said, I wanted just to find out about these PRPs if anybody did them. And the one guy, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Ozark said that he got it, or no, it was I can't remember. Anyways, he got it done, and to go do it, and I'm gonna do it. Digging life. I'm gonna get a hold of you. I gotta chit chat you about this situation I got going here. All right, guys. I appreciate it. Everybody have a safe week. All right. Thanks.